Hello and welcome, my fellow Agilists. It's me again, Michael, your favorite thought provoker. And today I want to talk with you about the Hackman model for team effectiveness. Hackman introduced this model in his book, Leading Teams, in the year 2002. So there's more information, just get the book if you're interested in knowing more. But I just want to give you a real brief overview of this model. What Hackman proposes is that in order to have an effective team, the team does need structure. It also needs direction, and it should be a real team. I need to get into this a little bit more. When I'm talking about structure, it means that the team should have an enabling structure. It should have whole and meaningful work and not just a little portion in a bigger picture, so that the team can actually get things done that are meaningful in the big picture. They should be autonomous in how they do the work. They should have insight into how they are actually doing, and they should be, as a team, as small as possible. They should have ample skills in order to get their work done, and they should be a good mix of people, and they should have a certain code of conduct how they want to get along with each other. Why are all those points important? Because if you don't have either of those, there's a very big opportunity that the team either doesn't get anything done or gets the wrong things done. And in terms of going into a direction, the team needs to have a challenging, clear goal, and they need to be consequential in pursuing it. If they don't know what their goal is, or they don't care what their goal is, where are they supposed to go? And in terms of real team, that's quite easy to argue. A real team is not just a group of people that have a certain thing to do while they are also doing other things. They should be dedicated. They should be stable as a team. They should have time to learn how to work together. They should have clear boundaries in terms of this is what we do and this is not what we do. And they should be stable for a prolonged period of time. And they should be interdependent. That means it shouldn't be a group of individuals where everybody's doing their own thing, but they really should stick together, be gelled in order to go into a common direction together. Now that last point may be a little bit challenging, because if you have that point of kind of a real team, then you don't really need a team building model anymore. And that's why this is not really a team building model. It's a team effectiveness model, which lets you figure out, is our team effective? If not, what's the cause? And once we have those three things, we get into the team's environment a little bit. And this is modeled as the supportive context. That means that the team's environment should also support what the team does. The outside organization should collaborate positively and cooperate with the team. It should be that the team has positive incentives in order to reach their goal. That means they shouldn't be continuously have to struggle against bad reward systems or processes that make their work difficult. They should receive assistance in terms of we don't have everything on our team. That means that we can rely on the outside organization in order to get those things done, and the organization should provide us the information that we need in order to succeed. And then this is probably the most interesting aspect in the Hackman model. What Hackman focuses on is also coaching, availability, and why is this interesting? Because many times people assume we need a certain amount of skills in order to even be able to get work done. Hackman says, no, you don't need all the knowledge and all the skills on the team to begin with, and you don't need to add 100 people until you have them. Much rather provide coaching for the team. That means you do have some experts who can do those things that the team cannot do, and they should be available to help the team learn as much as the team members need in order to reach this point where they can produce the outcome. So we can have a really small team, and half of the skills that we need in order to succeed may be missing when we set out, but because we should have this coaching availability, we just acquire this knowledge. What do we need to do in order to set up a server? How do we configure a firewall? How do we install backups and whatever? Those kind of things the team doesn't need to know, but they can learn, and once they've learned, they will be significantly more effective. And once we've gone through those things, then it makes sense to look at what's the effort that we are putting in, what's our strategy, and what is the talent that we actually have. So we have effort, strategy, and talent within the team, and that is basically a consequence. The team will be constrained by those things in their efforts, in their strategy, and their talent will depend on their context and their coaching availability to a large extent in order to get somewhere. And once we have all those things, then the outcome is the effectiveness. And with that one, in terms of the Hackman model, we mean that we don't set up an effective team. We observe the effective teams in terms of these enablers. And when we see that our efforts or our strategy don't come to fruition, then we need to look where here we have an issue and what we need to change in order to help the team become more effective as a team. And this one, if you're a Scrum Master, it's usually fairly easy to pinpoint, oh, we have an issue here, 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 or maybe even in more than one of those points, and then say, okay, if we change something in our direction, will we become better in terms of our strategy, which will result in us being more effective? So that is how you can use the Hackman model in order to help your teams becoming more effective. Okay, I hope you like. If you didn't do it yet, please feel free to subscribe, leave a comment below. There will be more models coming up, so stick around and follow. Enjoy.